That's a lot of DM requests. Something's telling me those aren't customers. Okay. I had a feeling I was gonna have to address this. What's up, lovely people of YouTube? It's your boy King Spider here, and all 2 of his brain cells today. We are basically just introducing the new year with an AFRO rant first. I feel like AFRO rants has been like the redheaded stepchild of all my projects. That's depressing. I just wanted to put this out first, and also all the topics in it are pretty relevant to current things going on. So I didn't want to wait a bunch of months to go back and try to revisit things that wouldn't be fresh in my brain, because I have the brain of a 96-year-old war veteran.
Sorry. What the fuck does anything have to do with Vietnam? I'm sorry.
And I don't remember shit half the time. Where was I going with this? Welcome to the first AFRO rant of 2023. And I know I seem pretty happy for an AFRO rant. That's just because I've stopped putting so much energy towards being angry in these videos, because I was gonna grow a fucking ulcer, and I didn't want to put myself through that. So AFRO rants are still going to be rants per se, but they're just going to be more on an intellectual breakdown kind of angle, rather than just being all pissy and angry and I have a penis and I'm mad. So yeah, moving forward, we're going to just try to have constructive conversations and criticism. Man, English is not my first language. We are going to go ahead and start this life update video, because it's still an AFRO rant, but it's kind of a life update because I had questions. You guys had questions for me, rather, in an Ask the Artist kind of situation. And I have a topic that I want to talk about. I kind of want to do it all in one video, because I can't promise you in a week or so that I will have the energy nor the time to split it into 2 videos. So all of that rigmarole out of the way, let's move forward. I literally did not have my mic plugged in that entire time. So the first question that I had, a lot of you guys asked, and this happened in the last life update video I did that was maybe 2 years ago, something like that. Where am I mentally and emotionally? What is my mental and emotional state as of this very moment? If I had to be 110% honest, I feel really, really good. I have been working out more consistently. I have been creating things, not more consistently, but just as my heart and passions desire. I've had tons of really great commissions and people that I've worked with the exception of one douchebag who basically got free work from me and then didn't pay me. You know who you are. I hope you're watching this. I helped make his YouTube stuff, and I'm gonna try not to get into all that. Essentially, I've been pretty good. I've been pretty decent. Done a lot of shadow work. Done a lot of figuring out who I am. Just not so much in just a personal sense. Not that. Who am I? Not like that per se, but more so just facing, I guess, the not so great parts of myself and trying to shape and mold those into something productive. I've come from the camp of not really pushing away your demons, but utilizing them in a different fashion, and then moving forward in a progressive manner. But that's not to say every demon can be used, because if you're a closeted arsonist, I genuinely don't know what the fuck you're gonna do with that. So first of all,
mind your fucking business.
Second of all, yes. I am one of those people that believe that, you can have a passion, you can have a dream, but always have a fallback. Always have a fallback, always have something that you do on the side, just to maintain. Because in this day and age, everything is unstable as shit. Nothing is for certain. And it doesn't matter if you play sports, it doesn't matter if you are part of the arts, it doesn't matter what you do. You could be a stripper, you could be a plumber, you could be somebody who owns cryptocurrency. At the end of the day, you need to have a fallback, because anything and everything could go to the wayside, and there you are, ass out, face down on the sidewalk. I'd rather not be in such a position. So yes, I have taken up something outside of art to answer that question. What that something is, if you do know, you follow me on other things, you probably know what I do. I'll just say that I work with the youth, and I work with science. So I am so fucking happy. I'm very happy. I am in a very good space mentally with that. It is very fulfilling on so many different levels, and I'm kind of upset that I didn't find it sooner, but it is what it is. unless I go back in time and but I can't, so. Y'all some nosy motherfuckers. I'm joking. I put the prompt out there, so I can't get mad at you for asking questions. As an artist, I think I speak for every artist where when I say that we sometimes have these moments of stagnation where we just feel like we are not going anywhere with our creativity, and everybody else around us or on the outside looking in, they're like, oh my God, your work is incredible. Like, this looks great, that looks great. And it's like, nah, I don't feel that way. I feel like I could grow some more, or we start being a little too hard on ourselves. Personally, I do feel like I was at a point where I was doing that, and it was holding me up from a lot of my work, but lit that fire again, found that spark again, and my work, as of late, has just been pretty damn good. I don't think it's been my best per se. I've had a lot of challenging pieces. I've had a lot of different projects that just really did push the limits of my abilities and made me broaden my scope of what I can do and what I can't do. I feel like as an artist, I'm going at the pace that I need to go. For a while, I felt like as a 25-year-old, I wasn't doing enough as an artist, and now I feel like I am at the point where I need to slow down a bit because I'm overtaxing myself or putting too much on my plate. But at the same time, it's about finding balance. It's about doing it when you love it so that you don't end up hating it. And I think one of the hardest aspects of that is when you start to monetize. When you start to make money from your work, it can get really, really hard to do it because it lights a fire in your heart rather than doing it because it keeps the lights on. In regards to commissions and things like that, kind of doing a circle here, but stick with me. I have gotten some amazing commissions. I've gotten some amazing customers in the past couple of months that have really just tested my capabilities as an artist, really pushed me to see what my vision can really do. And I really appreciate you guys. To name just a couple off the top of my head, Tim Jenkins, he wrote a book recently. Go check it out. It's on Amazon. If I remember and I don't have my 90-year-old veteran brain, I will link it down in the description below. Larry Katra, it's a fellow friend of mine. We went to high school together. Dude is a boxer. He's phenomenal. He's really about his shit. Grit and dirt and gloves and doing the man dance. I think that's what they call it. Man dance. And he's inspired me to really just pick up the gloves again, that kind of thing. Both of those gentlemen have presented me with some amazing commissions and some amazing visions, and we put together some awesome work. So please check it out. Got stuff on my Instagram, got stuff on my reels. I think I posted it to my website. I don't know. I kind of forgot that place existed. I'm not gonna lie to you. Next question. And wait, it's a sub question as a part of this question. Where's AFRO, Rants, and Power Comics going? Nowhere. They're going nowhere. Literally and figuratively. Thank you. Next question. No, I'm trying to be more consistent with content creation. I think that is the hardest thing to ask of anybody. And I just have a very hectic life. A lot of people don't understand that. I've had tiffs, I guess you could say, with people where they don't realize I have so much shit that I do on a regular basis, extracurricular or otherwise. And it's all for the betterment of my future or for the care and well-being of my family. But it's very time consuming. So I don't always have time to sit down and record and make a video. Sometimes my neighbors decide that they want to act like they're just, I don't know what my neighbors are on sometimes. And if you ever do see this neighbor above me, what's going on, man? You sound like you're fucking 3 boulders with plywood up there. A lot of things are speed bumps in content creation for me, and I'm doing my best to try to keep up with it, but it takes time. These things take time, and I've gotten so much better with my video editing, and there's so many different techniques and things I want to try. In order to do that, I need time. So AFRO Rants is not really moving it right now, besides this video that I'm about to post, and Power Comics, there's some things in the works, but again, patience is a virtue seldom achieved, often ignored, and misspelled. I posted a rant about men. It was on January the 4th, I believe, and in that rant, it was on Instagram. It had pretty good reception. Now, I did not do it for metrics. I did not do it for trying to like bait or anything like that. It was more so just because at that moment in time, I had been watching a lot of the news, which I normally don't do anyways because the news is fucking depressing. I find better outlets to get information other than those. But anyways, I had watched a little bit of the news. Stuff was all over social media, people's timelines, so on and so forth. And every 5 seconds, it was just some dude fucking shit up, like, for absolutely no reason, unprovoked, or taking something and blowing it completely out of proportion in regards to a reaction to that something. Let's just say, like, somebody just walks up to you and they, like, push you, and then you decide to go bomb a fucking church. Whoa, buddy. Where did that line of logic take such a fat ass leap? I saw a lot of that in the news, and I was like, okay, I'm fucking angry. I'm irritated. I want to say something about it. And I do that a lot when it comes to my ranting. I do that a lot when it comes to the nature of what I rant about. That's kind of how AFRO Rant started. But I never do it in a sense that comes from a place of just strictly emotion. I am a very logical individual. A lot of people will tell you this if they know me. And I decided to sit down and really look at the metrics, look at the numbers, and put it into a post format to not only inform others, but like just lay it out, just bare bones. I'm like, bro, look at this shit. What the fuck? Today we're gonna run through the post really, really fast, and kind of just like, you know, cover, or not. I'm not backtracking anything that I said. Let me make that very fucking clear. I stand by every statement that I made in that post. Nothing has changed. The neck bobbing is included. We're going to run through the post real quick and just kind of like, you know, it's kind of like those videos that Esquire does or whatever, where they talk to people about their movie roles and shit like that. I'm no Chris Evans, but I'll do my best. So on the first slide, you know, I was like, here's a question for the male sex. Statistically speaking, majority of the following are mostly men. Mind you, this is just in the US of A. 85% of serial killers are men, 99% of rapists are men, and so on and so forth. Just reading through a bunch of metrics. And then I actually get to the actual question in the next slide. There was some smart ass. I don't know if it was in my comments or my DMs or what, but there was some smart ass that was like, I missed the question. And I'm just like, you always get that one. You always get that one that should have been swallowed. Why do we men think things like, and then you go down this massive fucking list of stuff, why do we think that these things are hard or not priorities? And the numbers don't lie. And I say that in correlation to those things not being hard or men acting like they're not priorities, because majority of the crimes and fucked up shit done by men could be prevented or halted or spotted and stopped before they get to the point that they do, if we were to adhere to some of the things, not all of the things, but some of the things that I listed on that slide. Things like therapy, talking about your feelings, seeking out healthy outlets, holding each other fucking accountable. That is the biggest one. That is the biggest one, and that is why I made this post. I cannot tell you how many men were furious with me, how many men jumped into my DMs trying to attack me, calling me everything under the sun except for right. And that's just apparently how it is. Most men will be ready to argue with you till their face is fucking blue before they hold themselves accountable or hold another man accountable for something he did wrong. I've noticed this. We would much rather jump into someone's messages or their inbox to talk shit or belittle them rather than take the steps necessary to help them or to educate them or hold them accountable. Holding someone accountable, helping someone and teaching someone, leading someone, giving them a better path to walk doesn't require you like to belittle them. It doesn't require you to just completely fucking shit on them. And it may seem like I'm doing that in this post, but I'm more so talking about the extreme cases. In most cases, if you know me anyways, you would know that if you're doing something wrong, you're doing some fuck shit, I'll step to you and be like, hey, no, chill the fuck out, dude. Like, relax. Put your hands in your pocket. Let's go talk. Like, that aside, we're going to move forward. Otherwise, I'm going to get stuck on this point. On the next slide, I say, and don't give me shit about quiet killers or percentages missing all the facts. For those of you that aren't aware, there are people call quiet killers essentially just women that don't get caught, and a lot of men use that in their whataboutisms. And whataboutisms are exactly what the fuck they sound like. It is something that men tend to do. And I can say this from the perspective of someone who argues with males about this more than I do women. More men will have these whataboutisms when arguing with women, with arguing with other men, with arguing with any form of authority, to evade accountability. And it's so fucking annoying because I'm not talking about everyone else. I'm not talking about that fucking metric you pulled out of your ass from a Yahoo search. I am talking about this right here, right now, pertaining to you, buddy. And I swear to fuck, I swear to God, I swear to Jesus Christ on a cracker, every motherfucker that had something negative to say about this pulled a whataboutism out of their ass. And if you think that shit's okay, bro, it's one thing to have a counter argument that has a basis, but if I'm just calling you out on some shit or calling out a group on some shit and it's like on a factual basis, what do you feel the need to pull a whataboutism out of your ass for? Why? I'm just making a point. Ooh, I got an email from Mutual of Omaha. It's an ad. The next slide, I just kind of go through what my point is, essentially. And I just pull out my fucking 6-shooters and start going ham on anything with a penis. But essentially, I'm just like, look, it doesn't matter what distractions you try to use to justify acting in such a manner. Okay, it doesn't matter how much you gym. It doesn't matter how many quotes you post on masculine energy. Oh my God. The amount of you that post these half-assed, lazy fucking quotes that these celebrities didn't even fucking say. The amount of people that post that shit, and I know have the spinal column of Jello, is fucking astronomical. It's ridiculous. Essentially, all that I'm saying on this slide is the very last sentence. It sums it up quite well. Let that shit die with crusty old fucks before us, and hold your bros accountable when you see the damn problem. If we are to entertain the old world ideals, if we are to entertain this hypermasculine Viking testicles on a fucking steak with plaid on it, manly ass mindset, if we are to entertain that, wouldn't being a man in some way entail checking your niggas, checking your boys, keeping them in line, making sure they do the right thing? Like, why is that somehow always left out of the conversation of what a man is? It's always some hyper-masculine, violent shit that's what's considered being manly. But then when it comes to, again, holding other men accountable, being emotional, being vulnerable, talking about your feelings, justifying the existence of other feelings and validating them so that you can help them move forward in life, when it comes to those things, never fucking mentioned. Next slide. To sum it all up, I essentially, just bring it all to a close, bringing up the whole situation with Andrew Tate and how that basically infected the minds of 12-year-old boys all over the fucking place, making them act stupid as shit. And talking about another set of podcasters that fucking hurt my brain. For one, current male podcasters, I'd say the vast majority, not all of them, obviously, but the vast majority of them have ruined being a podcaster and having a penis. It's really hard to find a podcast with men on it where they don't say some shit that makes you go, what the fuck? Fresh and Fit. 2 motherfuckers, again, should have been swallowed. Fuck that. Leave them on the bathroom floor and find them with a black light when there's been a murder committed in the other room. We've had waves of male ignorance kind of just oversaturate the internet, and to sit here and act like it's not a problem would be asinine. To sit here and act like kids aren't absorbing this shit and retaining it and then repeating it is stupid. They're doing it. That they're going to do. If these motherfuckers would eat Tide Pods, what makes you think they're not going to sit up here and treat women like animals, essentially, just because another buff man with a big voice and a nice car said so? Very impressionable beings we are. I let out my inner Yoda, apparently. Very impressionable beings we are. That was the post. That was the gist of it. At the end of it, I say what I always say. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to be transparent about issues, and I'm going to bring it up because I feel like it's my fucking job. I can't sit here and call myself an activist if I'm not going to be active about the shit that I believe in, or get active behind these movements. And I said it in the post, I'll say it here. I'm an activist, I'm a feminist, I'm pro-black, then a motherfucker, I am pro-LGBTQIA+. It doesn't matter. This whole wave of just like toxic penises, man, toxic masculinity has just absolutely fucking tainted a lot of the younger generation. And we got to do the work. We got to do the work to step in and be like, okay, no, this is not right. This is. I have someone that I kind of mentor, and he's young, and there was a period of time where I saw the same mindset budding in him, and I was like, no, I have to step in and say something. And we butted heads for a bit. It happens, but I'm speaking to my generation when I say this. We have to be the men for the next generation that we didn't have. And that's hard because we didn't have a blueprint. We don't have a blueprint. We're figuring it out as we go. But we do have? We have our mothers. We have the women in our lives to kind of guide us on a more emphatic path. And if we don't take advantage of that, if we don't grab those fruits from those trees and eat of those fruits and gain the knowledge that God has held from us. No, I'm joking. And just try to become better people. How could we possibly lead the next generation to be any better than the men that left us? Just saying. And I'm not saying everybody obviously falls under that banner. It's just more of a majority over minority kind of thing. But yeah, that was the post. That's what I said. I doubled down on that shit. If you got a fucking problem, by all means, you already know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. I just go ahead and say it. Go fuck yourself. I genuinely don't care if you disagree with me on this. Like, you can unfollow me, you can unsubscribe from me, you could downvote, dislike, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I know that what I'm saying is right. It'd be different if I was over here just like, pushing some ignorant shit. Like, I wouldn't double down on that. I just say it in the post and never bring it up again. But I'm willing to add it to this YouTube video. The first YouTube video of the year, mind you, and the 49 people that are subscribed to me at the moment will see it. So, ask me if I give a fuck. This has been AFRO Rants with your boy King Spider. I've enjoyed it. It's been fun. This feels a whole lot more light than what it has in the past, and I really do enjoy making these videos. I'm so glad. If you did stick around and watch the entire video, thank you so much for your love and support. Feel free to like down below, comment any of your thoughts if you have any. If you have any questions, things like that. If you are interested in supporting me as a business, if you're interested in supporting Power Comics and the growth of it, as I try to build up the YouTube channel and my Instagram and all that other shit, possibly a Patreon one day, who knows. If you want to support that, then feel free to head down to my website, which that's also going to be linked down in the bio, and just take a look at some of the art. Maybe you want a commission. If you want one, the prices are up, all that good shit. Do not check out my Fiverr. I've stopped using Fiverr as a service. I have to shut that down completely. But if you do want to book a commission, be sure to do that through either like DMing me, or like I said, going to my website and sending me an email or a message that way. My business number is also included down there, as well as just any other way you can contact me. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. I'm done. I think I've covered all my bases. I'm so glad to have gotten this out at the beginning of the year. I feel like it's a good, fresh start. And hopefully I can remain consistent moving on from here. If not, then I'll see you in 6 months. I'm out.